All right, and we are back here on the GSMC Baseball Podcast. And for the final part of the show, we're going to take a look at an article released by the New York Post that just has the projected win total for each team, the over/under, and I'll give you my thoughts on them. Whether I think a team will be over that win total, will be under it. And some of these are actually kind of low. Not the Dodgers and the Braves. They got the Dodgers and the Braves winning over 100 games, which I think will probably happen. So let's start off with the teams at the top. Actually, I don't know. Should we start off at the bottom and then work our way up? We'll just do we'll do the big teams first. So they got the Dodgers at 103.5. That's their over/under right now. At least on the New York Post. I'm going to say it's going to go over. Just because of who they've added, Ohtani. I mean, again, injuries can happen, and that could change everything. But, and you got other guys coming back from injury in their rotation to go along with Glasnow and Yamamoto. So, I think if everything clicks for them, they should win over 103 games. I think that this would go over. Especially, you had Teoscar Hernandez to your lineup now to go along with Ohtani and Freeman and Betts. Again, like I said before, Muncy too. I forgot to mention Muncy. Muncy's kind of like the forgotten guy because Muncy's a guy that could hit 40 home runs. They also did bring back Jason Hayward as well, who was good for them last year. So I think they're going to get over 103 wins. Now, on paper, you would say, maybe they shattered the single-season win total. It's possible, but I don't know if I want to say that. Because last year, the Dodgers won 100 games. And, so like I said, 103.5. I think they should win over that. The Braves won 104 games last year. They got their win total at 102. I'm gonna say they get their 100 wins. But I'll say they get over that too. I'll say they get over it. But the Dodgers are gonna finish with a better record, I think. But we'll see. I think the Braves still, from top to bottom, have the better lineup. But it's gonna be a lot of fun watching these two teams go at it during the year. And so some of these I think are kind of low. So like the Yankees, they got 91.5. I feel like they're gonna get over that. All right, now last year, I think what was it? What was their win total at? It was it was kind of low last year. I said they were going to win 97 games, and I ended up being way off. That's what happens when I'm too optimistic. Here they have it, So here they have it at 91.5. I think the Yankees get over that. I think they'll win 94, 95 games this year, if everything clicks. But who knows? Who knows? They actually got the Orioles at 90 wins. Last year the Orioles won 100 games, which is, and I've seen in my lifetime, years where the Orioles lose 100 games. Last year they won 101 games. I think they win a little more than 90 games. So I'm going to say the over hits there. You got the Phillies at 89.5. I think the Phillies get over that. The Rangers, they got at 89.5. What was their record? What was their record in the regular season? It was 90. Yeah, so it's right there. You got the Astros at 89. The over/under's 89. I think they get 90 wins. The Blue Jays at 87. Now it's getting close. See, these are close because the Blue Jays won 89 games last year. Listen, I like the Blue Jays rotation. I do. And obviously they still got Good players in their lineup. With Bichette, Vlad, and Springer, of course, leading the way. I'm going to say they get over that as well. Now, this is where it gets tougher, because now you got these other teams here. The Mariners at 86.5. I feel like that. I know. I don't want to keep saying they're going to get over for every single one. The Mariners finished with an 88-74 record. I'm going to say they get over. Diamondbacks at 85.5. I'm going to say that they hit the over there. Okay, the Cubs are at 85.5. I keep saying point. I'm going to say and a half. Last year they finished, what was their record? 83-79. Manager change. I mean, right now, where they're at right now, Justin Steele had a really good season. You sign Imanaga if he's good. That's another starter too. I'm going to say, well, right now I'll say it's going to be under. It's around that number. But I think if you had Bellinger, I'd probably say that's over. Cardinals, they got at 85. Cardinals had a rough year last year, and they're hoping that they could bounce back. You finished with 71 wins. I mean, I don't know. Was last year kind of like a fluke for them, or is that just who they are? 85. I mean, I think for right now, I'm going to say the under. But it's hard for me to say that just because of who they have. They got Goldschmidt, Arenado, but again, last year they had the same. They had those guys, and it just they had a bad year. The team just I don't know what happened. I guess they got to bring Yachty and Pujols out of retirement. Twins at 84.5. They finished with 87 wins. I would say they could get over that. Because, I mean, the Central is weak. But, I mean, listen, it could take 84 wins just to win the Central, The Mets are at 83.5. I'm going to say they get over that. I feel like I'm going to say over for, every single one. But, again, not by that much. I feel like everything is, around the number. They got the Rays at 83.5 as well. I don't know. I feel like if I say the under, they're not going to... they're not going to get... I think the Rays get over 83 wins. Then you got the Reds at 82.5. I mean, yeah, I think you probably finish around there. So I'd probably say, well, what'd they finish with last year? 82 wins. Actually, you know what? One of the things that I didn't talk about was the fact that the additions that the Reds made to their their pitching staff. There was an article talking up their pitching staff. So you know what? I'm gonna say they get over that, but not by that much. Giants and Padres are both at 81.5. I'm going to say the Padres get over their number. The Giants, I'm going to say under. Red Sox are at 80. I'm going to say under. Even though, what did they finish with last year? They had 78 wins. Yeah, I'm going to say they finish under. I just don't know what they're doing. They're not they haven't really improved the team. I mean, you bring in Giolito as one of your starters. And you trade away Sale. I don't know. I wasn't really a fan of that. The Brewers at 70. Wow, they got the Brewers at 79 wins. I guess because with now Craig Counsell leaving. That's interesting that they got the Brewers at 79 wins. I'm going to say they get over that. I feel like 79 is too low. I'm going to say the Tigers get over 78.5. Again, not by that much. They got the Marlins at 78. I mean, but this was a playoff team last year. I can't believe that they got him that low. I'm gonna say that's. I'll take the over. Guardians 75.5. What did they finish with? What did they finish with last year? They finished with a 76-86 record. I'm gonna say they finished with around the same record. I'll take the over there. Pirates 74.5 wins. They finished with 76 last year. Yeah, I'd say they finished. You know, they get over that number. Then you got the Royals, the Angels, the Nationals, the White Sox. Wow, they got the White Sox like 63.5 wins. I'm gonna say the White Sox get over that, but I don't feel great about it. The Royals at 72. Yeah, they've added some pitching. Because I mean, last year was a brutal year for them. You know, I'll say that they. I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say under though. With that, you know, but maybe around that number. Angels 71 wins. I'm gonna be honest. I think I might give them the under 71 wins. Nationals they got at 68. Yeah, it's around that number. Probably take maybe the over 68 wins. White Sox I said over. Rockies 62.5. What did they finish with last year? They got 59 wins. Yeah, I'll take the under. And then the A's are at 55. Last year they finished with, you know, one of the worst records you'll ever see. 50-112. I'm gonna say they get over 55 wins, but again, not by that much. I don't know. You got to feel for that fan base, what they've done to that team. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. A lot of overs. I don't know. I feel like for some of the teams, they were kind of being a little disrespectful in that. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'm not that far off with some of them. So, but yeah. So that's pretty much it for the show. Make sure to tune in about a half hour. I'll be going live again. I'll be previewing the NFL playoff games. So you're not going to want to miss that. That'll be at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. And then, you know, look out for the shorts that'll be coming out throughout the day. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I thank you guys for tuning in. Also, you know, all the shows are up on, you know, wherever you listen to podcasts as well, you know, Spotify, Apple Music, those platforms. So if you want to just listen to the show, they're on there as well. You know, if you're listening to it right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it, at least for the baseball show. Football show will be coming up shortly, so make sure to tune in for that. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good weekend. And yeah, we'll be back. Well, I'll be streaming, you know, in a half hour. But you know, for whoever does not tune in, again, hope you guys have a good weekend. And yeah, that is all the time that we have for today. Thank you guys once again for watching. Make sure to tune in for the GSMC football podcast in about a half hour. And if not, as always, I'm your host, Kenneth Grunfelder, signing off from the GSMC baseball podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.